From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams, and off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, McLaughlin. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down. Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Mims sent in motion here. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He is in. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Try and throw with Milton. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain. Extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go now. Ready?
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Pass is completed to Cup. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and 13 at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Milton. This one complete to his tight end Fant.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Come on. Set.
The tight end Fant in motion. Milton from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. A pass taken in by Miller.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal.
A second effort, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
19, go!
They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. The rookie from Tennessee looking sharp with that throw. He gets his guys a first down. Working out of the gun is Milton. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he's in! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown, Seahawks! What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Myles, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nick. On the blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he will go all the way. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Third and 5. Nix from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Big snap on 1st and 10. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready?
Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Milton. That is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. First and 10. Throwing. Nix. He runs with it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Nick's going to look to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Here's a run. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's Milton. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. Throwing again is Milton. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will score again. Walker, touchdown Seahawks. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Myles, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw is Nix. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
That is hard. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 38 yards.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Milton. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Now return coming from the 7th. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Seahawks 31, Broncos 14.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Come on. Set.
Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into first and 15. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Here we go, set.
They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
19 Lions. Let's go now.
Now Milton. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
They went into halftime knowing that there was not a lot of room for error coming out here in the second half. So a nice job here defensively. Good start. Now the offense has to do their part. Can they cut into this deficit and make this thing a ball game?
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Dobbins. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Second and 7. A run now with McLaughlin. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football at their own 40.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where a rookie quarterback can kind of be baited into thinking something's open when it's really not. And these are the things that all coaches are just continuing to work through. Anytime you have a young signal caller, they haven't seen the reps. They don't have the experience. In this case, the defense plays this one to perfection, and it results in the big takeaway.
Ready up. Ready.
The tight end Fant in motion. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
19 tight.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. The throw once more. Here's Milton. He'll get this complete to Walker. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To the air once more is Milton. Forced out to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Mims sent in motion here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Smart choice here by the quarterback. He's trying to extend the play outside the pocket, but this was really nice coverage. A lot of eyes on the quarterback. It looked like there was multiple guys anticipating a chance for a pick, but throws the ball away and lives for another snap.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Nix. He's going to look downfield once again.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's fourth down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
On the play fake, it's Milton. That's complete. Some more on the right side. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Seattle.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action, now it's Milton. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, sack.
The tight end Fant in motion. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Nix to throw. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here back up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to